Hi, y'all. Welcome today. I am Trina Titus Lozano, a counselor and ordained Christian minister with Kingdom Global Ministries, and I'm on a parenting series. If you caught last week's video, I was talking about A is for attachment, which really is the foundation for raising the next Christian generation, or just the next generation. It's the foundation for parenting and for parenting well, is that you're well attached to your children and you create an environment that your children can attach to you, that they can bond with you, that they feel loved, significant, and secure by their relationship with you. So once there's that attachment, we can move on and really lay the foundation for the A to Z. This A is authority. A is for authority. Now, today is the inauguration of President Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States of America. And some people are not too happy about that. But you know what? They've got to learn to submit, because whether they like it or not, he is, and let's talk about this way, he's the authority in our nation, but he is the authority, meaning he's the one responsible for our nation. So that puts a little twist on it. So as parents, if we think of ourselves as I am the authority, not that I'm the authoritative one that's going to rule over my children, but I'm the authority, meaning I am the adult responsible for them. And as the adult responsible for them, I have to take on the responsibility to be their authority. Means that I take on the responsibility to train them, to be an example to them, to guide them, to direct them. I love what Pastor Ed Young said in his series a long time ago, many years ago, Authority Issues, was we need to get over the things that God puts under us and then get under the things that God puts over us. And submission is absolutely critical. It's critical for us to model so that our children are familiar with the word. They know that I have to submit to the police officer. When he has the lights going on behind me, I need to submit and pull over. I need to submit when they say that I have to pay the ticket. I've got to submit to that. So I must submit myself to the authority put over me. And this is an important concept for them to learn. In fact, they can become comfortable with the words authority and submission. There's whoever the adult responsible for them is their authority. So at Sunday school class, it would be the Sunday school teacher is their authority. Their authority in school would be their teacher. But then their authority out on the recess is the adult responsible for recess duty. So they must learn to submit themselves to whoever the authority is. That means the adult responsible for them. This isn't a bad thing. We can be grateful for the people in our authority because they bear responsibility for us. That's helpful. That's a benefit. In fact, our police officers are called our public servants. Donald Trump is really the greatest servant of all because he actually laid his life aside for a certain season to say, I'm going to serve the United States of America as the adult responsible for this nation. That is really what authority is all about. It means that I'm willing to accept the responsibility for those people that come under me. So this is a word that I want you to become comfortable with. I want you to know how to accept responsibility without being authoritative, without being domineering and heavy-handed. In order for our children to really attach to us well, they have to know, look, I am accepting the responsibility for you. And because of that, you've got to submit to me. And it's not optional. I'm your mom and you need to obey. And I like how Bree says, submit yourself. One of Brittany's friends says to her children, submit yourself. That's a great way to remind them, hey, obey, submit yourself. And as we teach this valuable lesson to our children, this is going to benefit them for the rest of their lives. I was working at a detention center here in Fort Worth, Texas. So I'm in there with 12 to 16-year-olds. These are children that are in kid jail, basically, because they did not submit to authority. And so now they're locked up until they learn they must submit to their authority, to the adults responsible for them. They must submit. And then they also must submit to the law. They must submit. It is not optional. You must submit or eventually you'll get locked up. I mean, you've got to submit. Probably their parents didn't do a good job teaching them that they must submit to their authority as parents. Maybe those parents did not submit to authority, so maybe their parents were lawbreakers. But this is an attitude that gets passed down from generation to generation. So let's pass down the attitude of a healthy understanding of accepting the responsibility of authority and submitting to authority. These are words that we want our children to be comfortable with. Thank you for joining me today. Next week, I will be talking about B is for believe, because we want to lay a foundation of what I believe, pass that down to our children. So join me next time. B is for believe, and we'll work our way from A to Z. The absolute basic criteria, the ABCs, absolute basic criteria for raising the next generation. God bless you. Bye-bye.